Welcome to English Ladder Podcast, the place where you climb English step by step, one clear idea at a time. Here, we don't rush. We don't overwhelm you. We build real English, slowly, naturally, and correctly.
Part 2. Why you forget English words. The real reason. Most English learners think forgetting words means one thing. My memory is weak. But that's not true. Your memory is not broken. Your brain is actually doing exactly what it's designed to do. The real reason you forget English words is simple. Your brain deletes information that it doesn't use. Think about it. Your brain receives thousands of pieces of information every single day. Names, numbers, sounds, images, words.
If your brain tried to keep everything, you would be mentally exhausted. So your brain asks one important question: is this useful for survival or communication? If the answer is no, the information slowly fades away. This is exactly what happens with English vocabulary. You learn a word, you see it once or twice, but you don't use it. So your brain says, okay, not important, and it deletes it. This is why you recognize many words when reading, you understand them when listening, but you can't remember them when speaking. Because recognition is passive and speaking is active. Your brain only protects active information. That means if you want to stop forgetting words, you must stop learning them passively. You don't need more vocabulary. You need stronger connections in your brain. And in the next part, I'll show you the biggest mistake English learners make right after learning a new word, a mistake that almost guarantees forgetting.
Part 3. The biggest vocabulary mistake, and why repetition alone fails. Here is the biggest mistake most English learners make. They learn a new word, and then they repeat it again and again. They write it 10 times. They read it aloud. They even memorize the definition. And yet, a few days later, the word is gone. Why? Because repetition without meaning is weak. Your brain does not remember words. Your brain remembers experiences, emotions, and situations. Let me explain. If you learn the word exhausted like this, exhausted equals very tired, your brain thinks this is just information. But if you learn it like this, yesterday, after working for 12 hours, I was completely exhausted. Now your brain sees a situation, a feeling, a real moment, and suddenly the word has context. This is why repeating word lists doesn't work. You are feeding your brain isolated data, not usable language. Another mistake is learning too many words at once. 10 new words in one day sounds productive, but it's actually dangerous. Why? Because none of them become active. 2 or 3 words used deeply are far more powerful than 20 words you never say. In the next part, I'll show you a simple method to turn new words into active vocabulary using only one sentence and one habit.
Part 4. The one-sentence method. Turn passive words into active English. Now let me give you a method that is simple but extremely powerful. I call it the one-sentence method. Here's the rule. Every time you learn a new word, you must create one true sentence about your own life. Not a random sentence, not an example from a book, a sentence that is real for you. Why does this work? Because your brain remembers you. Let's say you learn the word overwhelmed. Don't do this. I am overwhelmed with work. It's correct, but it's generic. Do this instead. This week, I feel overwhelmed because I'm learning English, working full-time, and sleeping too little. Now the word is connected to your life. your emotions, your reality. That connection makes the words stronger. There's one more rule. You must say the sentence out loud.
Your brain treats speaking very differently from reading. When you speak, your brain says, "Oh, this is important. We need this." That's how a word moves from passive memory to active memory. If you do this with just 2 or 3 words a day, your speaking will improve faster than memorizing 50 words a week. In the next part, I'll show you when to review words so your brain doesn't delete them. And no, you don't need complicated apps or schedules.
Part 5. When to review words. The forgetting curve made simple. Let's talk about timing, because when you review a word is just as important as how you learn it. Your brain forgets information in a pattern, not randomly. Right after learning a new word, your brain starts to let it go. This is normal, but here's the good news. If you review a word at the right moment, you can stop the forgetting process. You don't need to remember the science, just remember this simple ladder. First review, the same day. Second review, the next day. Third review, 3 days later. Fourth review, 1 week later. Each time you review, the word becomes stronger. But here's the key. Don't review by reading the word, review by using it. Ask yourself, can I say one sentence with this word? Can I explain it in my own words? Can I connect it to my life again? If the answer is yes, your brain keeps the word. If the answer is no, the word disappears. This method works even if you're busy. 5 minutes a day is enough if those 5 minutes are active. In the next part, I'll show you how to practice vocabulary even when you're not studying. No notebook.
No phone, no pressure.
Part 6. Learn words without studying. The daily life activation method. Now let me tell you something important. You don't learn English only when you study. You learn English when you notice. This is what I call the daily life activation method. Here's how it works. Choose one word you recently learned. Just one. And for the rest of the day, your only job is to notice moments where this word could be used. You don't need to speak it. You don't need to write it. Just think, oh, this situation matches that word. For example, if your word is frustrated, you're stuck in traffic, frustrated. Your internet is slow, frustrated. Someone interrupts you, frustrated. Each time you notice it, your brain strengthens the connection. This works because your brain loves patterns. The more times it sees a word in real life, the more valuable the word becomes. And something interesting happens. After a few days, the word starts to appear in your mind automatically when you speak. No forcing, no translating. This is how fluent speakers think. They don't search for words. Words appear. In the next part, we'll talk about a dangerous habit that quietly destroys your vocabulary progress. Most learners don't even realize they're doing it.
Part 7. The translation trap. Why thinking in your language slows you down. One of the biggest hidden problems in learning English is translation. Most learners do this automatically. They hear something in English, translate it into their own language, think of an answer, and then translate it back into English. This process is slow, and it's exhausting, but the real problem is deeper. When you translate, you're not learning English. You're learning English through your language. That means English never becomes independent in your brain. Here's a simple truth. Fluent speakers do not translate. They connect English words directly to meaning. For example, when you hear the word coffee, do you translate it? No, you see an image, you feel the idea. That's what we want for all words. So how do you escape the translation trap? You don't fight it, you replace it. Instead of translating a new word, do one of these. Imagine a situation. picture an image, feel an emotion, or remember a personal experience. This is why the one-sentence method works so well. It cuts the connection to your language and builds a direct connection to meaning. In the next part, I'll show you how to practice speaking without fear, without pressure, and without needing a partner. Yes, you can practice speaking alone.
Part 8. How to practice speaking alone. The mirror and shadow method. Many learners think they need a partner to practice speaking. That's not true. You can practice alone and still improve faster than most learners who have partners. Here's how. Step 1. The mirror method. Stand in front of a mirror. Pick one word or phrase you recently learned. Now, say a full sentence out loud while looking at yourself. Your brain and mouth get used to connecting thought and speech. Your brain says, "This word is important. We need it active." Step 2. The shadow method. Listen to English audio. It could be a podcast, a video, or even a slow story. Repeat exactly what you hear, like you're shadowing the speaker. Don't just read the transcript. Copy the rhythm, intonation, and emotion. Pretend you are speaking naturally. This works because your brain learns through action. You're not memorizing words, you're living them. Bonus tip. Combine these two methods. Listen to one sentence, shadow it, say it in the mirror, add your own sentence using the same words, and repeat. In just a few minutes a day, you activate your vocabulary, improve pronunciation, and gain confidence to speak freely.
Part 9. How to keep vocabulary forever. The daily ladder habit. Here's the ultimate step. Keeping the words you learn forever. It's not about cramming. It's not about reviewing 50 words a day. It's about building a daily habit. I call it the daily ladder habit. Here's how it works. Pick 3 to 5 words per day. Not too many. Small steps lead to big progress. Use each word in one real sentence. Say it out loud. Write it down. Make it yours. Notice it in life. Hear it, read it, or imagine a situation with it. Review smartly. Follow the ladder timing. Same day to next day, 3 days later, 1 week later. Activate it through speaking. Mirror, shadow, or talk to yourself about your day. This method is powerful because it activates words in multiple ways. Visual, imagining the situation. Auditory, hearing and shadowing. Kinesthetic, speaking and writing. Emotional, personal connection. The result? Words stop disappearing. They become part of your active English. And remember, learning English is a step-by-step journey. Each word is one rung on your ladder. The higher you climb, the stronger your English becomes.
Part 10. Closing tips and encouragement. Congratulations! You've just learned the most important secrets to stop forgetting English words. Let's summarize. Forget repetition alone. Connect words to life. Use the one-sentence method. Make words real and personal. Review smartly. Follow the brain's forgetting curve. Practice speaking alone. Mirror and shadow methods. Activate words daily. Notice, imagine, and speak them. Build your daily ladder habit. Small, consistent steps. Here's the key. English is not just a subject, it's a skill. A skill grows when you use it, not just study it. Don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are proof that you're learning. Every word you use today is one step higher on your English ladder. So start today. Pick 3 words. Make them real. Speak them. Live them. And remember, every step, no matter how small, is progress. Climb your ladder and fluency will come. Thank you for watching English Ladder Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and share your favorite new word in the comments. Let's climb English step by step together.